Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 4th. We're going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and we're going to see what is going on for you. You have this card that says, what do you need to release? And also this card that says, nothing will come of this situation. So I feel like you need to release something. I really feel that you're worrying about something that you've created like in your head. And I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying, like, maybe you feel like you're about to get fired, or you feel like there's something is about to happen. But I kind of feel like this is saying that nothing is going to happen, and that I feel like it's saying that you need to release something that you are thinking about, or if there's like some sort of worry or fear that is going on in your life. I feel like this is something that you need to let go of. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're in a time of creation as well. Believe it or not, the devil can represent creation, and I'll tell you why. These people, they have animal horns on their heads on the devil card, and the animal horns on their heads represents their baser instincts. And sometimes I feel that the devil is like root chakra energy, and those people are stuck in their root chakra energy, and they need to bring something up to their head and express it into the world. And so this could be like a creative project. It could just be something that they are creating as well. It doesn't have to be a creative project. You could be creating a new relationship. You could be creating a new business, or you could be creating better health, right? So the list goes on and on there. But whatever you're trying to manifest or create, I feel that it's like time to express something. You have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, and I feel like you're going back and forth on something very clearly here. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, it's like going back and forth on something, right? And so I feel that you need to close something out like once and for all. This could be you needing to release a situation or a past person or a past situation. And again, I feel like releasing something would be very beneficial for you. I also feel like you need to look at what you're doing and making sure that it's worth it. I actually see a lot of growth coming in for you, Scorpio, but I feel like you need to make sure that it's almost like you're not getting the most out of something that you can. That's what I feel here. So I feel specifically for those of you that work or have a business, I think you need to look at what you're doing and make sure you're doing things that are like the most productive. Make sure you're doubling down on the things that really move the needle forward, so to speak. And, I've been talking about this a lot, but, number one, in 2016, we had Saturn in Capricorn, and you might be saying that was back in 2016. I don't care. When a planet is in a sign, we are learning the energy. When it leaves a sign, we still have to work with what we learned. I think people forget that. Guess what? You will probably be alive, unless you're like 70, rip, sorry, but you won't be here when Capricorn gets back. Probably not. Maybe you will. Hopefully you will, right? But maybe not. So like I said, rip, but to everybody else that will be alive in, 26 years or whatever, what I would say is that Saturn is going to be like, did you learn, or did you not work with the energy that you learned when Saturn was in Capricorn back in 2016, right? And so, we have to work with the energy, but we also have Pluto we had Pluto in Capricorn, and Pluto is going to retrograde back into Capricorn as well, before officially moving into Aquarius here in November. So that will happen later on in the year, but what I would say is that this energy is all about efficiency, or that's like one of the big things that I think we should work on because of what we have experienced over the past several years with Pluto and Capricorn, the past 20 whatever years, and also Saturn being there as well. And so anything, I would be looking at what you work on, what you create, and just be saying to yourself, like, am I doing things in the most efficient, best way possible, or are there other ways I could do things? Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. Eight of Swords is only seeing one way of doing things when there are a million ways to do everything that you possibly could imagine, but you just have to open up to those other ways of doing things. So I would be, looking for inspiration. I would be trying new things as well. I believe we're in a time of experimentation. People who experiment with new ways of doing things or different ways of doing things are going to be very successful. You have the Two of Pentacles. It's like I really feel this decision or choice needs to be made. Like it's something that you have to do. I feel like there's a choice. Let's see if we can look into this here. This could be you trying to also, if you're going through divorce or separation, this could be you trying to get out of, or trying to find justice, or trying to close out the situation as well. So let's see. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. Definitely some sort of celebration coming in for you. This could be a third party, although personally, I do not read the Three of Cups as a third party. I don't know where that comes from. I think one person on YouTube said it once, and now everybody says it. Three Cups represents celebration. Community does not represent a third party. What I would say is that, to me, I read holistically. I take the whole entire reading into account when I read. And so if we had like the Seven of Swords, the Devil, and the Magician, then maybe that were around it, then maybe I would say, okay, third party. But intuitively, I do feel like some of you could have been dealing with a toxic person, but I wouldn't even worry about it because it looks to me like there's a new connection coming in for you with that Knight of Cups. With the Eight of Swords, you have the World card. The World is an accomplishment or an achievement. I do feel like some of you could be feeling stuck where you are, where you are living. And this could be like due to children or something legal, and I do feel that for some of you, but I do feel that's about to change as well because of this right here. So if you're feeling stuck, I feel like you're about to be unstuck. I also do feel that there are accomplishments coming in for you. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. Yes, you need to make a decision to leave something. I never tell anyone what to do. Like, I don't think tarot should tell you what to do. I think tarot is only energy that we are meant to work with. To me, as I always say, it's loose guidance at best. And I think that the Nine of Swords here. But where I'm going with this is I do feel that this is saying that, it's time to get out of a situation, something that's been a round situation or something that's been repeating itself. I very clearly said that at the beginning of the reading that I felt that Two of Pentacles is talking about a choice that you have to make. And I feel it's quite simple with the Two of Pentacles. Pick the new choice. It's just that simple. You in the area of the unexpected, you have this zebra and this vulture. I feel like you need to make sure that you're doing things in your own way as well. The zebra is about being unique in this deck and eccentric, kind of like doing something in your own way. The vulture is about conservation of energy. Vultures, they soar around. They don't really flap their wings until they see food. So they don't waste their energy. They're not wasting, time flapping their wings. They wait until they see an opportunity, and then they start flapping their wings. So, I feel this is saying, like, don't waste your time on things that aren't going to provide something for you. In the zebra, I feel saying don't be afraid to do things in your own unique way, like in business and work and career, or in whatever it is that you do in your life. Don't be afraid to do things in your own way. You have the Queen of Swords, the Devil, and the Fool. The Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly. I do feel like you see an opportunity very clearly. I feel like you are thinking about investing like time, effort, or energy into something. It could be a person for some of you, like a new person. And the Queen of Swords says, yeah, actually, you see things very clearly. It's kind of weird. I just feel like this right here is saying that you spot an opportunity that's going to be worth it. It's like a very simple, basic message that I'm getting off of those three cards. So I would say go for it. You have the Devil. I would be careful of toxic energy, although you could be attracting a Capricorn. You have the World here, or a person with Capricorn on their chart or something. You have the World, the Devil. So, again, if you're looking for love, this could be a person. I really do feel this is creation, though, or you creating something. Again, I feel like something needs to come from your loins here, Scorpio, and be brought into the real world. And whatever it is. And I'm not talking about a baby here either, but, I feel like you are birthing something almost, even though this card, that's not really what this card means. But, again, I read intuitively. That's what I'm getting here is that you're trying to create something. I feel like you're trying to create something that you've tried before as well. For the longest time, Scorpio, you've been getting this message of, rebirth, which you are the symbol of rebirth. But, I feel for a lot of you, you're rebirthing something. You have the Fool. I feel the Fool is saying that there needs to be a full investment, if I can get these words out, into something. Like, you can't just dip your toes in the water if you are wanting to create something here, which it looks like you are. You could be trying to create a business or a job or, whatever the case may be. And I really feel this is saying you have to really dive in head first. That's going to be the thing that makes you the most successful. So I would really make sure that you're making a full-on commitment to whatever you're creating here or whatever you're diving into. I do feel like there's a new beginning. I also feel like you could be taking a risk on a person. You have the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Cups. So love looks pretty good here. If you're looking for love, this could be a very strong connection. It could be a person that really sweeps you off your feet as well. So that looks amazing. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient. You've been kind of building your strength. I feel that there have been a lot of, character building moments that you've been experiencing over the years with the Strength card. The Strength card is something that she has to do every single day. She is taming that lion. She's getting that lion to submit to her. And so I feel this is something that you've been working on for a very long period of time. And with the Devil, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is work. So Eight of Pentacles is mastering a craft. I feel like you are mastering a craft, or you are working on something that you can master. And whatever that is, I feel it's going to be very successful for you. I also do see more money. It's like you're increasing your finances. But here's the thing. It's like, I feel like there is... Like, I wish I knew what you did, Scorpio, because I don't, obviously. You're all different. You all do something different. But, again, I would really look at what you work on in work, for work purposes. And again, even if you're retired, you could be working on your health or whatever. And I would make sure that you're doing something that is efficient. It's almost like you could do the same amount of work and get 20 times the results, or 8 times the result. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I feel here. It just reminds me of YouTube. It's like there are people who do tarot readings that get 10 views, and there are people like me that get tens of thousands of views, right? And not a criticism on those people or anything, but it's like there are things that you can do to increase the amount of views you get on YouTube. It's like that's what I'm getting here. I'm not saying you work on YouTube. I'm just giving you an example. And it's like there are things you can do to do the same thing. Like I don't do anything different than any other reader, right? We all are just reading pieces of paper with pictures on them, to simplify it, right? But it's like there are things I do work-wise that really doesn't take me any more work than those other people, but I get a bigger result. And again, I'm not saying this to like brag or anything. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to give you an example of what you need to do. It's like, it's almost like if you do research on like how you work or what you work on, that you could get a much bigger result. And so I would do it. With the Fool, you have the King of Wands. I feel like you're attracting a very bold, assertive person here. Even if they don't come off as bold and assertive, it's kind of weird. It could be a fire sign. It could be like a fire with water, water with fire. Or it could be earth with fire, fire with earth as well, I'm getting. So, and I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before, that it could be like a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire on their chart. But I get this feeling of like a person who, it's like when you first meet them, I feel like they seem more reserved, like not so in your face. But it's like as you get to know this person, I feel like they have that strong silent. They're like that strong silent type, right? Where they have that. They're very strong and bold and assertive. They get a lot done, but they just aren't bragging about it like all over the place. Like I was just talking about bragging, right? So I feel like this person, it's like the proof is in the pudding. Let's put it that way. It's like, they don't talk about what they do. They prove it. And so definitely a very good person for sure. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this beauty card, love it, and you have this growth card. So beauty and growth. I feel like you're very attractive at this time, Scorpio, as well. I've said that to you before. So, all you water signs, I think water signs need to get out in public if you want love, of course. I do feel like there is a lot of growth or growing that you are doing here. You also have the Justice card, the Seven of Cups, and the... this is like a new deck and I can't get it off the table, but you have the Justice card, the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. The Justice card is kind of like this or that, and Justice, of course, is justice, but it's also cause and effect. Like I was saying with that Eight of Pentacles, I think that a major thing that's going on here in your reading is needing to pay attention to what's working. As I was saying on that Eight of Pentacles, needing to pay attention to cause and effect. It's almost like you could hack your way to success. I don't think this is a shortcut. I don't think this is I don't think this is like you cheating the system or anything like that. I just think that there are certain things that you can learn very quickly that would increase your efforts, like I've been saying with that Ten of Pentacles. And it seems to be something that is very important in this reading. So definitely something I would pay attention to. I do feel like some of you have been waiting for results in a legal matter. I have like custody or divorce popping into my head, or both, I guess, popping into my head. So if you've been waiting for something like that, there could be a decision coming up for you. You have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, you will be successful. Look at this. You go from here up Seven of Wands to the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. I truly believe that we can become successful very quickly if we believe it with the Seven of Wands. Or when you kind of internalize that something is for you, when you believe it deep down in your DNA, that you can be successful or that you can create the life you deserve or whatever the case may be, that's when you truly become successful, and that's what the Seven of Wands says. You have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor or something sweeping you off your feet. So I do feel like for some of you, you could be being swept off your feet, by a person. For some of you, I feel like this is, I'm hearing like apple of your eye or something. I don't know what that means, but take it how it resonates. I feel like some of you see someone already that you're interested in. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before as well. It's like you see a person that you're interested in, whatever that means for you. And, I feel like you could be moving towards that person. You could be, attracting that person more into your life. So let's see here. With the Justice card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, definitely change. I'm telling you right now, this will change your fortunes. Doing this, being more efficient, or, doubling down on the things that actually work, and also looking for better ways. Again, it's no secret. People ask me all the time, like, how I grew my channel, so quickly, because I was stuck at like 40,000 for like 4 years or something like that. And literally all I did was I just started watching. I still do it. I have not stopped, right? And I am still growing. I'm sure you've all seen that other people have like slowed down on YouTube and stuff like that, but I still am growing. And, again, not saying this to brag, because again, it's like, I'm no genius, right? And I say it all the time, that all I do is I watch one new video about how to grow a YouTube channel every single day, and I just try one new thing. And obviously, at this point, I've pretty much watched every single video about how to grow a YouTube channel. So when I ran out of videos, I started learning about storytelling. I started learning about marketing more. Although I am a marketing genius, I will say that. I will brag about that for sure. I started learning about titles. I just changed. I just looked for things that were related to what I do, and I still do it to this day. I learn pretty much one new thing, sometimes more, and I just try one thing that I learned every single day, and just see what happens. The stuff that works, I double down on it. The stuff that doesn't work, I stop doing it. And this works in every area of your life. It's not rocket science, people. This will work for your health. It will work for your business. It'll work for your relationships, everything. I literally do this for like everything now, and it's completely changed my life. That's why I talk about it so much. So there you go. With the 7 of Wands, you have the Magician. Funny that I said if I had the Magician that I would say that this was a third party. So there you go. The Magician is about manifesting something into your life, and so I feel like you are kind of manifesting. I feel like you are manifesting a reinvention. The Magician represents reinventing yourself. He has a snake right here. Snake is the Ouroboros, and it represents reinvention. So I kind of feel like you are growing and changing the person that you are in like a good way. You are reinventing yourself. With the Knight of Cups here, you have the Fool. I do feel like you have to take some sort of leap of faith on a person. I'm pretty sure I joke about this all the time with you, Scorpio, that you have to like flirt with this person or, do something. I don't think this person knows who you are, or again, maybe take it how it resonates, but again, I feel like you could be interested in a person that like you have seen before, or maybe this person works in like a different department than you and you've never really talked to them. So I feel like you need to set up some sort of situation here. Maybe you need to bump into them by accident. Maybe you need to drop something in front of them by accident, right? Or something. You have to come up with some sort of excuse to talk to this person, right? And so that's what I would do. You could pull the good old like, have we ever met before? You could try that right there. I don't know. Like I said, I try to be your grandma and tell you how to flirt, because I think that's what needs to happen here. And it's just like, I think you need to come up with something, but I also don't think it, I think that this person clearly will take it the rest of the way with the King of Wands. So they're probably good at picking up what you're putting down, right? Let's put it that way. Maybe that's why I keep getting the dropping thing, But there you go. I don't know. Do something. You have this health card. It says it's time to improve your financial and health habits. I think the habit you need to improve is doing what works. Plain and simple. 8 of Pentacles to the Wheel of Fortune. You have this Unseen card. It says, though you don't see it now, there's something better coming. It says sometimes you need to wander to understand the clarity that follows. Yeah, sometimes we have to experiment, try new things, and that's what kind of brings us the clarity into our lives, and that's what could be going on here for you. You have the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. The 8 of Wands is a quick success or a quick conclusion. So I do feel that there could be a quick success coming in for you with the 8 of Wands. It's like you're moving forward very quickly as well. I also feel like there could be good news coming in for you with the 8 of Wands. There's like some sort of news here. This could be communication with a person. Again, if you are communicating with a person here or flirting with a person, it could move forward very, very quickly. So that looks nice. But I also feel like there could be good news coming in for you here. You have the 8 of Cups, which is like walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I feel like you could be walking away from things that no longer serve you and walking towards things that bring more fulfillment into your life. You also have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, being very happy at this time. So again, if you are interested in a person, I do feel this could be like a very solid connection that's coming in for you, and full of love. Even if you don't want love, this is a card of fulfillment and doing something that leads to more fulfillment. And I feel that any of you that are creating something, if you're trying to become more efficient at something, whatever that is, It could be a YouTube channel. It could be a side hustle. It could be a new job, whatever it is. I do feel it's going to be very fulfilling. Yeah, look at this. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Ten of Cups. It's almost like the universe is saying, like, this is what you're holding yourself back from. You know, it's like, I think if you communicate with a person or bump into a person, like I said, or flirt with a person, throw spitballs at them, I don't care what you do something, right? If you do that, I feel like you're going to realize that you should have done it much sooner. So it's like, it's kind of like this isn't true, but it's almost like the universe is saying you're only wasting your own time here. And you're only preventing your own happiness. So there you go. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is you needing to follow your heart, because Queen of Cups to me is about following your heart, and then you have the Ace of Cups. So outside of love, the Ace of Cups says that following your heart will lead to your emotions overflowing, will lead to you being very happy. So, you know, I feel like there's a lot of happiness here. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. I do feel like you could be attracting a person who's very independent. It's like you're both two very independent people, so probably a good thing. I also feel like you are increasing your abundance at this time. So, you know, there's definitely more money or more abundance coming in for you here. So I definitely like to see that. But let's see what is going on for you. You have this broken ring card. It says parting of the ways, either in romance or business. So again, we said this, that there's like a divorce going on here or separation. Obviously, that's not going to be true for all of you. Obviously, if you're in something positive, you know, this is a general reading. So if you're in a positive reading, a positive relationship, trust me, you don't want to be running around on these streets. So I'm not saying like, oh, break up with your person, right? So, you know, it's much better. If you're in something positive, keep going, right? That's not for you. This is for people that are going through divorce. You have this boot card, says, or separation. You have this boot. It says, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. I would change this to say, you know, increase the correct effort. There are things you're doing that aren't working. There are things you're doing that are working. There are other things that you could learn that would work better. You know, I would put that into practice. I think you need to have a practice. Look at what's working. Look at what's not working. Get rid of that stuff, right? But also learn one new thing every single day about whatever it is that you're doing and put it into practice. Just try it, experiment, see what happens. And I think you will be surprised by the results. You have this desk card. It says, pay attention to your work. Literally the whole entire reading right here. So there you go. You have this gong. It says an exciting event. Yes, I do feel like there's a lot of excitement coming in for you. You have this hills. It says obstacles to overcome. You know, it's really interesting. I think if you're interested in a person, that there could be some obstacles. Could be distance for some of you. It could also be like maybe you're interested in your boss or something like that. You know, maybe there are rules against dating someone at work. I have there's definitely a work connection here, by the way. Like you do the same work, or, you know, you have the same type of business, or you meet this person through work or something. And so that could be part of the obstacle. But, you know, other than that, this reading looks amazing, Scorpio. So love it. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.